Hey YouTube, this video is going to be a quick overview of a budget-friendly Karambit that I found. But first of all, just for comparison, this is my beloved cold steel tiger Karambit. Right, but what do you notice about this? Well, it's a single-edged Karambit, right? It can be difficult to find double-edged Karambits these days, but I found this. Yeah, check that out. All right, we now have this, and it's a little size compare. This is a substantial Karambit, right? It's big. These are large Karambits. Isn't that a beautiful sight? I would say so. The brand here is Warivo Karambit, D2 tool steel, 5-inch blade length, wood handle scales, $30. Comes with this stitched leather sheath, belt loop there, strap there, but you know, basically it's just a very cheap sheath. Definitely not tactical kydex, but at this price, I don't care. This was $30. I would have purchased this without any sheath at all, because this is worth the price, definitely. Here is a closer look. It's got a 5-inch blade. This is a large Karambit. Right, you can see both edges. It's got wood handle scales, which are dyed blue, pinned, and smooth. You see the ring. There's no thumb ramps or anything there, but there is a thumb ramp here. It's got a nice weight to it. And look at that wicked hooking blade shape with a vicious pointed tip, like a tiger's claw or a bear's claw. Yeah, there's something about Karambits. So overall, this is actually really nicely made for the price. I think you can see that. So I immediately thought I need to tell you about this. Now, if you appreciate stuff like this, go ahead and help support the channel. Give me some engagement, leave a positive comment, and I really appreciate those who do that. All right, Karambit blade specializes in severing muscle, connective tissue, blood vessels, and the airway. Extremely deadly. All right, the most deadly way is close cutting with the Karambit. The more deterrent or defensive way is longer range tip slashes as kind of a keep away. But the traditional way is much more brutal. It's much more like what a butcher does. You see, a butcher doesn't like strike at the meat. He grabs it and he cuts it, right? So that's usually how they use it. Now, I would bet you that this is manufactured in Pakistan, but that's not necessarily a deal breaker. True full tank construction. It's thick, and this is, I mean, it's well made for, the $30 I paid. It doesn't come particularly sharp, but you can see they have set the edge bevels. Right? Can you see that? So the way they've done this, you can sharpen this, right, to as sharp as you want. If you plan to practice, especially if you're doing extensions and so forth, you're a beginner, you might want to leave it not super sharp just for safety until you feel confident. But razor sharp or not, this hooking tip will rip someone's throat out. All right, this is still very dangerous, or just pierce into someone, right? The second edge on this unlocks a lot of techniques, right? Because if you're slashing with the tip, now you can slash as you come back down, right? If you're power slashing this way, you can slash again as you come back around. A Karambit traditionally used in the reverse grip, but not always. Just depends what's going on in the conflict. And often the ring will be about there, if, like, to facilitate maneuvers, right? To facilitate manipulating the Karambit, right? But it's not always there. It just really depends what you're doing. It also depends how long your finger is, but if you're doing a power slash, it might tend to be lower, and it just depends. Now, the seller also sells a bunch of other Karambits, but you gotta look, because most of them are single-edged. This was one of the only double-edged models that they were selling. All right, and this might sell out. Okay, so that's this. Right, I hope you enjoyed seeing this. Yeah, this is the best bargain in double-edged karambits that I've found, and I've looked all over the place. However long this lasts, if I was this company, I would forget a lot of the other models. You want to manufacture as many of these as possible, okay? You need to order like 1,000 more of these because there's a lot of demand for something this big with a double edge it's beefy, it's simple and solidly made, and it's attractive, right? This is a winner. So, had to show it to you.